Today we explore Australia's must-see destination. I'm Winston Hartley. Over the past 30 years I've travelled all about the globe and I'm excited to be your guide to the land down under. We're diving headfirst into the best bits of Oz, from the sparkling harbours to the red centre, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single roo hop. First cab off the rank, let's talk Sydney. Now, I've heard some cheeky buggers call it Melbourne's little brother, but don't let those Victorians pull the wool over your eyes. Sydney's a right corker of a city, a dazzling mix of history, culture, and enough stunning scenery to make your jaw drop faster than a kookaburra swooping for a snag. We're talking iconic landmarks like the Sydney Opera House, that architectural marvel that looks like a cross between a giant, gleaming seashell and a spaceship designed by someone who'd had a few too many Fosters. And speaking of things that'll make you say struth, let's not forget about the Sydney Harbour Bridge, affectionately known as the coat hanger. Now, I'm not saying you should try and hang your washing on it, but it does make for a cracking photo op. But Sydney's more than just pretty buildings, you know. It's a city with a story to tell, a past as colourful as a Bondi Beach lifeguard's uniform. Founded as a penal colony back in 1788, it's come a long way from its convict roots. These days it's a buzzing metropolis, a melting pot of cultures and home to over 5 million people. That's right, you heard me correctly, 5 million. It's enough to make a bloke feel like a drop bear in a eucalyptus forest, but don't worry, the crowds are all part of the charm. Next up, we're waltzing down to Melbourne, the cultural capital of Australia, where every corner tells a story and every street has a vibe of its own. Now, I know what you're thinking, Winston, mate. You've only just been gushing about Sydney. How can Melbourne possibly compare? Are you trying to start a city rivalry? Well, maybe just a little bit, but it's all in good fun. And to that, I say maybe just a little bit. But seriously, Melbourne's got its own unique charm. But in all seriousness, Melbourne's a right treat. A city that oozes cool from its laneway cafes to its street art-covered walls. It's a place where creativity and culture thrive. Established back in 1835 by a bunch of free settlers who fancied something a bit different from Tassie, Melbourne struck gold, literally, during the Victorian gold rush. This boom transformed the city into a bustling metropolis. The city became rolling in it like a kangaroo in a pouch full of shillings. Wealth flowed through Melbourne, shaping its future. And you know what they say, money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a thriving arts scene, world-class restaurants, and enough vintage shops to satisfy even the most discerning hipster. Melbourne's got it all. Speaking of hipsters, Melbourne's practically bursting at the seams with them. It's a haven for the trendy and the creative. You can't swing a didgeridoo without hitting a bloke with a handlebar moustache and a penchant for single-origin coffee. It's a sight to behold. But don't let that put you off, because Melbourne's coffee culture is the real deal. It's a city where coffee is taken seriously. Forget your instant granules and your lukewarm lattes. This is coffee that'll put hairs on your chest. It's strong, bold, and unforgettable. And if you're not careful, it might even make you want to take up poetry or interpretive dance. The creative energy here is infectious. But it's not all flat whites and fixies in Melbourne. There's so much more to explore and experience. This city's got a heart of gold, or should I say, a heart of footy. The passion for sports here is unmatched. That's right, Melbourne's also the sporting capital of Australia, home to the legendary Melbourne Cricket Ground, the Australian Open Tennis Tournament, and enough sporting passion to rival a pack of dingoes fighting over a kangaroo steak. It's a city that lives and breathes sports. The Great Barrier Reef, a world of wonder under the waves. All right, enough about cities, let's dive into something a little more aquatic. Grab your snorkel and your sense of adventure, because we're heading to the Great Barrier Reef, the world's largest coral reef system. Now, I'm not talking about your average backyard swimming pool here, mate. This thing's massive, stretching over 2,300 kilometers. It's so big you can actually see it from space. That's right, astronauts are up there right now, tucking into their freeze-dried ice cream and gazing down at this underwater wonderland. And what a wonderland it is. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors, a dazzling display of coral formations that look like they were sculpted by Poseidon himself. Add to that a cast of thousands, from clownfish darting in and out of anemones to giant clams that could swallow a small child whole. Don't worry, they're vegetarian, mostly. It's enough to make you want to don a wetsuit and channel your inner Jacques Cousteau. This underwater paradise has been around for a while too. We're talking millions of years in the making, a testament to the power of nature and the resilience of life. It's older than your nan's fruitcake, older than the dinosaurs, older than time itself. Okay, maybe not that old, but you get the idea. But here's the thing. This natural wonder is under threat. Climate change, pollution, and even pesky crown-of-thorns starfish are all taking their toll on the reef. It's a stark reminder that we need to look after our planet, or we risk losing some of its most precious treasures. Uluru, where the earth speaks to your soul. Right, let's swap our flippers for hiking boots and head inland to Uluru, that big red rock that's about as Aussie as it gets. This iconic landmark is not just a sight to behold, but a journey into the heart of Australia. Now, I know what you're thinking, a giant rock. What's so special about that? But there's more to Uluru than meets the eye, but trust me on this one, mates. This isn't just any rock. It's a natural wonder that has to be seen to be believed. Uluru's got a presence, an energy that's hard to explain unless you've experienced it for yourself. It's almost as if the rock itself is alive, pulsating with the history and spirit of the land. It's like a giant rusty red heart beating in the middle of the outback, a symbol of the raw, untamed beauty of Australia. For centuries, Uluru has been a sacred site for the Anangu people, the traditional owners of the land. Their connection to this place is profound and deeply rooted in their culture. They believe it's a place of deep spiritual significance, a connection to their ancestors and the Dreamtime. The stories and legends passed down through generations are etched into the very rock itself. And when you stand in the shadow of this monolith, you can't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder. It's a humbling experience that puts life into perspective. Now, I'm not saying you'll suddenly start speaking in tongues or have a vision of your spirit animal, although stranger things have happened, but you'll definitely feel something. It's a place that touches your soul. It's a humbling experience. A reminder that we're just small specks in the grand scheme of things. Standing before Uluru, you realize the vastness and timelessness of nature. But Uluru's not just a pretty face, you know, it's a geological marvel with a rich history. This sandstone behemoth has been around for millions of years, shaped by wind, rain, and the passage of time. It's a living testament to the forces of nature. It's seen it all, from dinosaurs roaming the earth to the arrival of the first humans. Each layer of rock tells a story of a different era, and it's still standing strong, a testament to the enduring power of nature. Uluru is a symbol of resilience and strength. Oh, and did I mention the sunsets? They're nothing short of magical. Yeah, the sunsets at Uluru are something else. The way the colors change and dance across the rock is mesmerizing. As the sun dips below the horizon, the rock transforms into a fiery spectacle of orange, red, and purple hues. It's a sight that stays with you long after you've left. It's like Mother Nature's own light show, and it's absolutely breathtaking. Uluru is more than just a destination. It's an experience that speaks to the soul. Gold Coast sun, sand, surf, and theme park thrills. Last but not least, we're off to the Gold Coast. A place where the beaches are golden, the surf's up, and the good times never end. This is a destination that truly has it all. Now, I know what you're thinking, Winston, mate. You promised us culture, history, and natural wonders, and you're right, but the Gold Coast offers a unique blend of all these elements. What's a bloke got to do with a tan and a surfboard? Well, let me tell you, it's all part of the experience. And to that I say, relax, mate. The Gold Coast is the perfect place to unwind and soak up the sun. Even a sophisticated gentleman like myself enjoys a bit of fun in the sun. It's a place where everyone can find their own slice of paradise. The Gold Coast is like Australia's answer to Las Vegas, but with better beaches and fewer Elvis impersonators. The nightlife here is vibrant and full of energy. It's a place where you can work on your tan, catch a wave, or lose yourself in a world of theme park thrills. There's never a dull moment. We're talking roller coasters that'll make your stomach do somersaults and leave you breathless with excitement. Water parks that'll leave you soaked to the bone but grinning from ear to ear. And enough cotton candy to satisfy even the sweetest tooth. It's a treat for all ages. But the Gold Coast's not just about thrills and spills. It's also a place of serene beauty and relaxation. It's also home to some of the most beautiful beaches in Australia. Perfect for a leisurely stroll or a day of sunbathing. Imagine miles of golden sand, crystal clear water, and the sound of waves gently crashing on the shore. And waves that'll make your heart sing. It's a surfer's paradise and a beach lover's dream. Whether you're a seasoned surfer or a first-time beach bum, the Gold Coast has something for everyone. It's a place where memories are made. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can even try your hand at some water sports. The options are endless. Go for a jet ski ride, try parasailing, or even take a thrilling boat tour, or even go swimming with dolphins. The possibilities are endless. It's an experience you'll never forget. But the Gold Coast's not just about beaches and theme parks. There's so much more to explore. It's also a great place to relax and soak up the atmosphere. The vibe here is simply unmatched. Take a stroll along the beach, feel the sand between your toes, and let the ocean breeze refresh your spirit. Enjoy a meal at one of the many restaurants with stunning views of the coastline, or simply sit back and watch the world go by. It's the perfect way to end a perfect day. And if you're feeling lucky, you can even try your luck at the casino. The excitement never stops. Who knows, you might just win enough to buy your own private island. The Gold Coast truly has it all. So, long from Oz. Well, there you have it, folks. Australia's top 5 must-see destinations. Whether you're a culture vulture, a nature enthusiast, or simply looking for a good time, Australia's got something for everyone. From the iconic Sydney Opera House to the breathtaking beauty of the Great Barrier Reef. From the spiritual heart of Uluru to the sun-drenched beaches of the Gold Coast, this country will leave you speechless. So what are you waiting for? Dust off your passport, pack your bags, and get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. Australia's waiting for you. So grab your passport, pack your bags, and we'll see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please like and subscribe to explore more beautiful destinations. You may also like this video about the best places to visit in Greece.